How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about PROG stock that ended up having a strong green day. We've been doing technicals, been following along with this play, and our estimations are coming through. And many of you have been sending me messages saying, Dre, your videos have been extremely helpful. So you know what? We need to continue. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and look out for those key levels going into tomorrow and especially for the rest of the week. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent short interest information and as well as the institutional ownership. The reason why we want to know about the short interest because it can have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then afterwards, we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to see what was the buying like on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for PROG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.99, being up 18.05%. On the low, it tested $3.31, and then on the high, testing $4.35. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 249.311 million shares, and for the average volume over 10 trading days being at 166.302 million shares. So when you see this kind of above average volume coming through PROG, you're going to see strength in price action like we saw in this high of $4.35. As far as when we take a look at our chart, which is a 1-year daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, still fairly high, being at 78.27, so we are in the overbought territory. And then when we take a look at the moving averages on our chart, we have strength above the 50-day to 21-day EMA, as well as the 100-day, and then on top of that, of course, the 200-day. So closing right at $3.99 is definitely a great achievement for PROG. But one thing that is very clear here, there will be an area of resistance at this $4 level. So if we get some price action above that, you can see clearly we got to $4.35. So we want to see us being able to pass $4.35 until we can reach this level right here around $4.50, which I can see a lot of traders that will be taking profits. But of course, strong volume can help with that. Now, as far as for the bearish case scenario, we could see in regards to a pullback on the low, it got to around $3.31. So if it wants a pullback going into the open for tomorrow, this is an area you're going to want to see hold up. But most preferably, I'd want to see it hold up actually right here around $3.50. So we have a pullback, go to $3.50, and then run up from there. I think that would be a great setup. But of course, things can change. So this is why before you get into your entry, you want to make sure you wait for confirmation. So let's see how PROG performs going into tomorrow, or maybe if you're catching this video the day of on Wednesday. So let's jump into the short interest. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for PROG. So as we scroll down further on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So what we can see here for October the 26th, we have Cutler Group. This is a well-known short seller going in with calls and his puts. And you can tell right here that they are hedging. Now, when we take a look at the short interest information, we have the dark pool short volume ratio being at 52.08%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 41.3 million shares. As we scroll down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 55,000, updated 26 minutes ago, and then for the short ball free rate, it is at 111.93. So this is definitely something that is great to see from PROG. When we take a look now as far as for the history of the short volume ratio, for the close of the 22nd, it was at 47.08, which was Friday, and then for the Monday, which was yesterday, it was at 52.08. So we see the short volume is increasing. So shorts have increased their positions, and this is part of the reasons why we see a lot of volatile movements inside of the stock. But of course, since PROG does have short squeeze potential, it's part of the reasons why I still remain bullish on this play, especially when we have a lot of buying volume. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for PROG. So we can see here on the inflow is 173, and then on the outflow it was 172. When we take a look at the breakdown, you can see it was 2.85 on the large, 117 on the medium, and then on the small it was 53.02. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 2.56, and then on the medium it was 122, and then on the small it was 47.52. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, October the 26th, being that inflow of 285.76. So when we take a look at the data further, one thing you can clearly see, there was a lot of buying on the retail side, and we also did have more buying on the institutional side than we had selling. And as far as for the medium, we also ended up having more inflows as well. When we take a look at the turnover ratio, we already can continue to see there's a lot of traders in this play, with the turnover being at 174.88%. Of course, you guys already know about this already. This is a day trader's dream, and of course I've been communicating with you about that on this channel. So if you are inside of this play and you are holding a position, you want to make sure you're getting the best entries. So now let's jump into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for PROG stock, the key levels I'm looking out for going into tomorrow, I want to see us hold up support if we have a dip at $3.50. And of course, I want to see us get to a move getting above $4.50, because I feel like we can get real parabolic from there, and we can easily grab the attention of more traders wanting to jump into this play. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, we could see clearly this play does have short squeeze potential written all over it. So if we end up having a continuation of the buying volume, then of course I'm looking forward to seeing this stock pop even further. And this is why I say keep it on your radar. It has a lot of momentum, and when it was cooling down and when it was consolidating, I was telling you guys I still see a spike coming, and that's what we are seeing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see how PROG performs tomorrow, and we'll be talking real soon.